What's up, YouTube fans? Today I want to take a look at the Magic Square Stegosaurus, or their version of a Legend Scale Snarl. This was sent to me by Augie G. Thanks for allowing me to take a look at your copy. And this is the final one. We've looked at them all, so if you want a complete set of Dinobots, you can have it from Magic Square. And he's got a little bit of paint on him. You got the gray for the face, blue for the eyes, gray here, red there. A little bit of red accents there, and a little bit of blue here. There's the back. Cleans up pretty nicely. All of them have been pretty good in terms of their look and their transformation. The sculpt on these are really good. I know a lot of people are hoping they upgrade these to Masterpiece scale, but we'll see. All right, let's go over the articulation. The head is on a ball joint, but due to the cutout, it gets all the way back to there. Down to there. A little bit of side to side, not much, and it rotates around. Shoulders can rotate around on a hinge. Out to the side on a hinge. You have a butterfly joint built in. That's pretty wide butterfly too, double jointed. Rotation at the bicep. You have a single jointed elbow, but it gets you past 90 degrees. You get wrists can swivel. Coming down to the waist, you have waist rotation. Ab crunch on a double hinge gets you down to there. Later we'll talk about that as part of the transformation, but yeah, it gets down to there. Legs can keep up. It's actually on a drop down hinge, but you got to pull this hip skirt out first. Then you can do the leg all the way up to there. Back to here, just limited due to the way that drop down hinge works. Rotation at the thigh on a universal. You have a double jointed knee, gets you the full bend. It's a little bit loose, but it works okay. Ankle tilts out to there, and forward and backward on the toe. It does come with some accessories. You get these alternate expressive hands. They're on a hinge, so it's a little tricky to get them on there, but open this up, pop this one off on the ball joint, and then this one pop on. And I find it easier if you bend it, then you can get that on there. And it looks pretty good. I don't know if I'd ever use them, but we also get this sword done in gray plastic, matches the body. That'll fit in there, and now you have that look. And for a size comparison, there he is next to the New Age version of Optimus Prime, and nice and tall, fits in nicely with a Legend scale. And before people ask me, I just got to say I don't have the Magic Square version of Optimus, so that's why I use this one. All right, now let's get Stegosaurus transformed into Stegosaurus mode. Start with the arms. Lift these up, fold down on the bottom, fold the hand in, close that back up, and then rotate the arm 180 degrees. And same thing on this side. Lift up the arm, fold this down, flip the hand in, close that up, rotate the arm around. Now we can come to the back. We can open up these panels. Open this up. We're going to unpeg this from here and here. It's tabbed in right there. We can extend the ab crunch so you can access this little red peg right here. That was tabbed in right there. And now you can open that all up. For this section, we're going to rotate this panel down. You can see it's tabbed in right here on the front. But what we want to do is rotate these up. Rotate the arms up. And that'll allow you to flip this around. Make sure you get it all the way around so it's flat on this side. Should be perfectly flat here. We'll do that again on this side. Make sure it's flat. Then we can bring this back down and tab it in. Then you fold the elbow so it sits like that. This will come down and sit right there. And this will come down and sit. It's not going to tab back in where it went before. In a minute I'll show you, where it ends up, but it's going to be not plugged in in the same spot. We can close back up the ab crunch too. Alright, so get these plugged in on the sides. You can see there's a peg and a tab there. So get these plugged in. There we go. I have a little bit of struggle with that each time. I'm not sure why. But okay, once you get that in, then you can fold the hands down. And here's how it's looking right now. We're going to lift up with the head. We're going to rotate this 180 degrees and then push it back down on this hinge. Open up these little tabs on the front. This will fold down and sit right there. Actually, it tabs in. Tabs in, but it's a very light tabbing. And then on this side, we're going to open up this panel right here. We're going to rotate this around. Open up that panel. And this will tab in right here. Everything's a little soft, but that's how it looks. Same on this side. We're going to open this up, open that up, rotate this around, and then tab it in. And you end up fighting with it a little bit because some things come out, but bring this back down, bring this down, and you can tab those together. You can see the head just fit right in the middle. And then this is going to tab in back here to this piece. Give that a squeeze. And this should sit right here. Bring these down. Alright, so there's what we're looking like. Now we'll take care of the legs. The legs are probably the more complicated part of this. So first let's rotate the waist 180 degrees. Then we're going to rotate the lower legs around. Then we're going to come to here and unpeg this little tab right here. You can push it out to the side to give yourself some room. And then we're going to flip open the leg. So it sits like this. We're going to lift out the foot. Actually, you can fold the foot up like that. Come to here, there's a little peg right there. We can lift out the head. We can untab this. You can pull out on this section here. We can also fold this tab in. So pull that out. This is going to rotate around 180 degrees, so open this up. This is one of those things I was talking about that doesn't feel great. It's not going to break, but it just doesn't feel good doing this. Like, the plastic feels very, like, too soft, basically. Let's see. I'm going to go this way. It kind of gets caught up, too, as part of the problem. Okay. Now that you have that down, go ahead and get this tabbed in right here. And leave that foot down. Now we're going to end up folding this out. It's tabbed in on the inside right here. We're going to unpeg that, or tabbed in on the outside here. We're going to unpeg that. It's going to rotate around. And now you got the leg in the right orientation to get it into dyno mode. Bring this head up, rotate it 180 degrees. Bring this panel up. There's a lot to do. That should sit outside, around the outside. For this right here, we're going to rotate this to the outside. This is going to accordion in, and it's going to rotate on this hinge right here. So rotate it back on that hinge. You'll see a little divot in the bottom of the leg, circular divot that fits on top of this pin. Rotate this down, this tabs it on the outside. And now we can bring this down and start putting it together. Oops, and we lost this piece here. And this is what I mean. Things just like move on you as you're trying to get it transformed. Okay, so go ahead and bring this down. Tab that in. Under here, actually I'll rotate this out of the way so you can see. There's a peg. So you're going to peg it in on here and here. There's two. One here and one here. Let's bring this up and under. And having a little trouble because this red peg came undone. There we go. Okay. At the same time, this is going to go into here. It's going to get all those tabs. These two here, this one here, and this one on the top. This one side. For the head, you're going to slide this up and in. So it sits like that. So do the other side, same thing. I'll do it off camera and be right back. All right, now that we got both sides together, you can squeeze it together, tab it together. On the bottom here, you want this puzzle piece to go underneath, and then you can push it together. And then this one, you're just going to tab in. All right, so we should be, oh, this came up. There we go. Should be taking care of the legs now. So bring this down, rotate it around. There's a panel back here. Fold this panel out. And if you need a little help, you can just use a spudger, but open that up all the way. Same on this one. Rotate it around. Open up the panel. And on the back legs, same thing. Open up this tab right here. And it's pretty tight. I have a little trouble getting it, but fold the foot down, fold this down, tab it back in on the bottom, and then straighten up the leg. And then go ahead and do the same thing on this side. All right, there's Stegosaurus in Stegosaurus mode. And it does look pretty good. I'm not a big fan of the squeezing all the panels in, but it does work, and it gets there. Got nice blue for the eyes, gray paint here, red and blue accents on the side. The spikes do look good. We're all pretty good looking Stegosaurus. You can lift up on the head, up to there. Don't try to rotate it because you'll undo it, but you can open up the mouth and you can get it. There you go. You get it pretty wide. Legs are on a hinge. It goes out to there, rotates around, and you can bend at the elbow. The rear legs go forward and backwards and out to the side and bend at the knee and the toe. Oh, and I forgot to mention these toes also do bend. So pretty good articulation for Stegosaurus. For size comparison, there it is next to the New Age trailer and roller. And nice big dino mode here. Fits in well with the Legends scale. So final recommendations on the Magic Square Stegosaurus. This is pretty good. I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5. I'll recommend it. Same complaint as always with these. The materials, because it's that nylon plastic, transforming it doesn't feel great, at least to me in hand. It feels kind of sloppy and like you're squishing things together. But it does work and it does last the transformations. You know, it's not going to break. It's just, it gives you that feeling, that uneasy feeling when you're trying to squeeze it together. Looks really good in Robo mode as well as in Dino mode. Accessories are okay. You got the sword and the alternate hands. So yeah, so it does what it needs to do. And I think this is a nice set of Dinobots overall. I just prefer more premium looking with more paint. But other than that, I think you'll be happy with these if you're looking for Dinobots. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.